Newport Public Library. Welcome to Kids in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make some cranberry orange scones. These are sort of like a biscuit, although ours are going to be in the shape of a triangle rather than a circle. And you can make all different kinds. There's many recipes for different kinds out there, but today ours are going to be orange and cranberries. So before we get started, there's a few things we need to do. Make sure your hands are washed, your work surfaces are clean, and if you have long hair, can you pull it back? All right, let's get going. Some of the ingredients in these cranberry orange scones are flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, some milk, 1 egg, cranberries, orange, and butter. Now you're going to want to make sure your butter is cold. So you're going to want to take it from the refrigerator right before you're going to use it. First we're going to mix together our dry ingredients. So that would mean flour. We're going to put this all in a big bowl. Sugar. Baking powder. Salt, and then we're going to give it a good mix. Now, I put in 2 cups of flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and ½ a teaspoon of salt. This recipe is also on our website, our library website. So you can always go there to make sure if you want to make it a second time. So I'm just going to give it a quick stir, just like this. So now that I have our dry ingredients together, I'm going to add our butter. So our butter is ½ a cup of butter, so that means 1 stick. And I'm going to cut it into little cubes, because you want to have the butter like in little pieces, because it'll create a light scone. So I'm going to just cut it into pieces, and then I'm going to cut it again. And then I'm going to do a tool that's called a pastry cutter, but you also could just use a fork. That would work too. So I sliced it in little pieces like this. Let's move these over a little bit so you can see. So now I'm going to cut them into smaller pieces. And then I'm going to dump the whole thing in to my dry ingredients. Okay, now it's all cut up. So I'm going to add it to my dry ingredients. Just like that. This is a pastry cutter. It has wires that help cut through the butter and into the flour, into the dough. So I just keep pushing down like this. And I want to keep making the butter and the flour mixed together so they're like little pieces. Lots of times people use this tool when they make pie crusts. But like I said, you could use 2 forks and that would work too. Okay, I think this is done. The butter is pretty mixed in. So it's kind of like light, it's light, but it has little pieces of butter in it. That's what it looks like. I know sometimes your butter might get stuck on something like this. Just push it off and keep going. All right, we're going to set that on the side for just a minute. And now we're going to mix our wet ingredients together. And that means an egg and some milk. 1 egg and ½ a cup of milk. So with this, I'm going to use a tool called a whisk. And I'm just going to mix them up together. And then, that's pretty next, I'm going to dump the egg and the milk mixture over the flour and the butter mixture. Just like that. So now I'm going to stir it. It's kind of sticky. Now we're going to put this in a few minutes after we finish. We're going to put it on an ungreased baking sheet. And you're going to want to dust your hands with flour. And you're going to want to dust your baking sheet just a little bit with flour so it doesn't stick. So you can pat it out. Now that we have the milk and the egg mixed in, we're going to add our cranberries and our zest. All right, see, it looks kind of sticky. So I have a 1/4 cup of cranberries and I have a teaspoon of zest, but I wanted to show you, here's my teaspoon of zest. This is a zester, another kitchen tool, and it's got little bitty like teeth on it, and when you run your orange over it, it takes off just the orange peel. You don't want the white part because the white part is bitter, but the orange part will flavor scone just perfect. And you just do this and it comes out on this side. And then I usually just hit it against the bowl. So I have some here that I'm just going to dump in. It's about a teaspoon of zest. Now, if you wanted to make these a different flavor, you could also add raisins. You could add little bitty baby mini chocolate chips. So you could put in chocolate chips and maybe 2 tablespoons of cherries. You could use raisins. You could use currants. You could just flavor it differently. You could do like lemon, some lemon pieces like lemon zest. Okay. Now I'm going to bring out, this is just a plastic mat that I use when I want to knead stuff or I want to roll stuff. We're going to knead this a little bit, just like this. I'm going to put a little flour. And to knead means to push the dough together. I'm going to do that. Get it out of my bowl. This tool is a spatula, a rubber spatula. It's my favorite tool. You've probably heard me say that in the past. So then I'm going to get it off my spoon. And I'm going to put a little flour on my hands so I can dust my hands with a little flour before I put it on the baking sheet. Now I have my oven is being preheated, so I'm putting flour on my hands. And I'm just going to knead it a little bit. It means to push it together. Again, this is a recipe. You can't really do it wrong. If it starts to stick, just put a little bit more flour on. You only need a little. Move that out of the way. It comes together very nicely. So I'm just going to put just a little bit of flour, not much at all, on my baking sheet. And you want to have like around a 7-inch circle. Again, however you do it is perfect. There's not a right or a wrong way. Not really, not with scones. Okay, next, I'm going to use my pizza cutter, and I'm going to cut it. I'm making it into eight triangles, just like you were cutting a pie with a knife, just like this. Oops. Okay, I want them to have room to bake, so I'm going to make sure they have like an inch or so of space between them, just like that. All right, I'm going to put them in the oven for 15 to 18 minutes or until they get golden brown. So I'll see you back here in a few minutes. Your scones are out of the oven. Don't they look good? So now you could break them open. You could serve them with butter, with jam, with curd, lemon or orange curd, and enjoy your yummy treat. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you come back and see me again next week. Bye-bye.